So for this, it's geometric, so we're going to be doing something different. You might be able to solve it right now, so I'll give you some time. But find the missing terms for the geometric sequence, -2, blank, blank, -432. So what I'm thinking, I'm doing the same thing as before. I have to do something 3 times, but it's geometric, so I have to be multiplying by r. 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 So if I start out with -2, and I multiply by r 3 times, I must end up with -432. And then I can solve for r. We've done problems like this before. So r cubed equals positive 216. And how do you solve a problem with r cubed? What do you do? Cube root both sides. For some people, you have this button on the calculator. Others can raise it to the 1/3 exponent. And that gives you 6, right? 6 cubed is 216. But that's not the answer. We got to remember, that's not the answer. What do I do to get the answer? Yeah, I just start with -2 and I multiply by 6. So what's the first number?
That will be
-12, and then
-72.
Yep. And then multiply by 6 one more time, you should get -432. Same process, right? Just make sure you don't forget to actually answer solve the problem, because a lot of people will stop at r equals 6. So don't stop there. Don't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. It's almost the same as what we had before, except when we have a geometric sequence, they're called geometric means. The numbers in between. Super simple. So when we see that sigma notation, I'll write that down. But a series is simply a sum of the terms in a sequence. So this is called sigma. It's a Greek letter, sigma, capital sigma. And what it means is you add. Sum means add. So sideways M. Sigma, like S for sum. This means you add. This means add. Sum up your numbers or terms. Sum up terms. So let's look at an example. It's very, very easy. At the bottom is where you start, and at the top is where you finish. Bottom is where you start, top is where you finish. And you only use integers, which you'll get it like right away, I think. So let's look at the last example. So the way you read this is the sum from n equals 1 to 7 of 5n squared minus 1. The sum from n equals 1 to 7 of 5n squared equals 1. Drawing. I have n equals 1, and I'm telling you we go from 1 to 7. So I also have an n here. So what I do is I start out with n equals 1. I'm going to write this down. You don't have to write this part down at the top, but I'm just showing you. I'll plug in 1 for n. What's 1 squared? 1. So I'll have 5 times 1 minus 1. I mean, it is squared, but that's the same thing as just 5 minus 1, which is 4, right? And now, because I'm going from n equals 1 to 7, what do you think I'm going to change it to? 2. So I change it to 2. That's why I wrote the 2 up there. That's 5 times 2 squared minus 1. which is 5 times 4 minus 1. What's 5 times 4? 20 minus 1 is 19. And we just keep going. Plug in 3. Do you understand what's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, we might be able to find a pattern so we don't have to plug it in. But if not, we can just keep going. 5 times 3 squared. Normally, I wouldn't write this down. I might write that down, or I might just do it in my head and write these numbers down. So this would be 5 times 27. What is that? 100. 7 is 35. 135. Minus 1. 134. Is that right or no?
Yeah.
So that's wrong. Hold on. I think somebody said cubed, or they said 27. Yeah, I got confused. So this would be 9. 9 times 5 is 45, so we get 44. So let's try it in our heads. 4, if we plugged in 4, that would be 5 times 16, which is 50 plus 6 times 5 is 30. 84? No.
Wait.
I'll write it down because I can't even do it.
Wait, so why are we trying to
80?
out of this?
I think it's 80.
We're trying to find the sum of these numbers. We haven't gotten there yet, though. And just to make the problem, I mean, I think you understand the pattern, but that's 16. What is it?
I think 80. 79.
79. Okay.
Yeah, 79.
And just to make the problem shorter, I'm changing the 7 to 4. That means we're almost done. Do you guys understand what I just did?
We're not.
I changed the problem so that I wouldn't have to keep plugging in stuff. So the sum part means I add all of these numbers. So this equals the sum of all of that. And I just start from 1 and I go till the top number, which I changed to make it shorter. So what is this? 19 plus 4 is 23. Plus 44 is 67. Plus 79 is 130, 146. So we can say the sum from n equals 1 to 4, because I changed it, of 5n squared minus 1, that's going to equal 146.